Hey there viewers, now that both Ratchet Deadlocked and Sly 3 have finally been uploaded, I think it's about time that I announce something that I've actually been holding off on for quite some time. Now, for the past few years, I've been wanting to expand my channel into something that was more than just Let's Plays. However, in order to do that, I kind of felt that there were a few things I needed to change first. The biggest, of course, being that of a name change. I mean, when I started making videos here on YouTube 6 years ago, I'd already been going by the name ECWCWWE for quite some time elsewhere, and initially never really thought much about it being that much of an issue. But once I actually started making more and more content, I realized that it had to be changed eventually. Mostly because it's a type of name that was always going to be hard to promote via word of mouth, especially when most people just see it as a jumble of letters. And that is where AuthenticZac comes in. A name I actually came up with a couple years ago in an RPG, in an MMORPG, when I was kind of wanting to go on boss raids. Maple story. Now, for those wondering, no, that doesn't mean that this channel is going to be replaced, nor am I going to be moving it to another one. That just ends up creating unnecessary problems where my content is split into multiple channels, and to be honest, I think that just makes it more confusing than it needs to be. So the place to find all my content will still be here, youtube.com/ECWCWWE, as it's always been. But any and all references will reflect the new AuthenticZac name. In fact, I'm sure a lot of you have already noticed that a few of the graphics and Twitter and Twitch and other changes have already been made reflecting that new brand change name. And eventually, once everyone is used to the new name, I'll be dropping the ECWCWWE completely. But there's more to rebranding than just a name change, and this is the part that I'm really excited for. Because coming soon, I will be adding not just one, but two types of new content to my channel. Content which I've actually been wanting to add for a very long time now. Namely, Let's Previews and Live Plays. I kind of wanted to keep the LP acronym. Now, first, Let's Previews. Now, back in 2012 and kind of earlier than that, I had a habit of starting new games, then really only doing a single set before putting it on an indefinite hiatus. Epic Mickey. And the biggest reason for this was because I kind of wanted to try something fresh from my backlog without actually waiting until one of my other active LPs were finished first. Well, this is where the Let's Previews are going to come in. It's going to be a new type of series here on my channel that will allow me to try a slew of different games for a short period of time without really needing to commit to a full, long playthrough. Essentially, they're kind of what other channels would refer to as first looks or WTF is, except in my case, they won't just simply be the first 10 to 30 minutes of the game. More often than not, I'll be going in for a full hour or two, about the length I would normally spend on a first set of a normal Let's Play, with the option at the end of that first set to maybe turn it into a full Let's Play at a later date. That way I have the ability to occasionally try something new without having to worry about having too many active LPs at once. And before anyone asks, no, that doesn't mean that any of my current Let's Plays will be retroactively turned into Let's Previews. Epic Mickey, Whiplash, Darksiders 2, Deadly Creatures, they're all going to be full Let's Plays. I'm going to continue them eventually. The exception may be being the Mario ROM hack. I'm still not entirely sure if I'm going to drop that yet. Now, as for the other type of new content, the live plays, well, I'm proud to finally officially announce, as if the name doesn't give it away, that I will be doing live streams over at Twitch. And more than just that, I'll be uploading those streams onto YouTube right after I finish each cast. Now, of course, there's going to be some limitations to preventing me from uploading everything onto YouTube. But on the bright side, I'll be giving myself a lot more breathing room on the types of games I will allow myself to do over at Twitch. Games like Minecraft, never-ending games, PC games, indie games, RPGs, shooters, and more importantly, non-blind playthroughs. They'll all be fair game. However, with that said, I do want to make it clear that any game that started here on YouTube as a playthrough will stay exclusively here on YouTube. And what I mean by that is that you won't see something like, say, Ratchet Tools of Destructions Part 1 through 5 here on YouTube, and then Part 6 through 10 over at Twitch. Reason being that I want to maintain some sort of consistency in the commentary, and with the nature of the beast over at Twitch being so much more community-driven, the differing styles would prevent said consistency. But the whole change in commentary style isn't going to be the only thing that ends up being different from my normal Let's Plays, because I'm also pleased to announce that for the first time in 6 years, I'll be presenting my gameplays complete with Facecam. That's right. I figure if I'm going to be doing a live stream, I might as well try and do things right? Something's not right. Oh, of course. Much better. That's right. I figure if I'm going to be doing a live stream, I might as well try and do things right, which means not just a face cam, but also a green screen. That way, in case I'm playing something like, oh, I don't know, Binding of Isaac, you won't have some giant wall obstructing your view of important gameplay or UI information. But that's not all, guys, because in addition to that, I'm also pleased to announce that my very first ever live stream will be a 24-hour event with about 12 to 15 different games ranging from platformers to roguelites to RPGs to even a few multiplayer community games I'm hoping to play with you, the viewers. And I'll have more about that in a completely separate video. But that's it, guys, and I'm so excited about this rebranding that has been extremely long overdue, and I feel like it's the type of thing that's going to be throwing my channel in a completely different era. But with that, with a completely new name or a rebranding comes a completely different outro. So thanks for watching, guys. Remember, this has been AuthenticZac AZ telling you it is easy to stay up to date with me. Just remember to like, favorite, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. Kidding. I respect you guys too much to become one of those YouTubers. In all honesty, though, thank you for your continued support over the years, your continued support, and I will see you guys in the next one. Until next time, adios.